Hermann Hesse was a famous writer who lived in Germany and Switzerland. He was born in 1877 in a small town in Germany. From a young age, Hesse liked to read books and write stories. He was very curious about the world and often thought about big questions like what is the meaning of life, and how can I find happiness? These ideas were important in his books. Hesse went to school, but he did not like it very much. He was a quiet boy who preferred to spend time reading and thinking alone. When he was older, he left school and started to work. He worked in different jobs, but he did not feel happy in them. He wanted to be a writer, so he decided to follow his dream and write books. One of Hesse's most famous books is called Siddhartha. This book is about a young man named Siddhartha who wants to find the truth and understand life. He goes on a long journey to learn more about himself and the world around him. In the story, Siddhartha meets many people and learns different lessons. He discovers that happiness and peace do not come from money or power. Instead, they come from understanding yourself and your place in the world. This story is very special because it talks about ideas from Buddhism and Eastern philosophy. Many people around the world read this book and find it very inspiring. Another important book by Hesse is Steppenwolf. This book is about a man named Harry Haller. He feels very lonely and confused because he does not fit into society. Harry Haller thinks he is like a wolf, wild and separate from the world. He does not understand how to live with other people or how to find peace. However, he learns through a series of strange and magical experiences that he must accept both parts of himself, the wolf and the human, to feel complete. This story shows the inner conflict many people feel in their lives, and it asks questions about what it means to be truly happy. Hesse also wrote a book called Demon. This story is about a young man named Emile Sinclair. Emile feels trapped in the rules of society and his family. He meets a boy named Max Demon, who helps him see the world in a new way. Max shows Emile that life is not just about following rules. It is about finding your own path and becoming the person you were meant to be. In the story, Emile learns that he must listen to his inner voice and trust himself to make important choices. Another well-known book by Hesse is The Glass Bead Game. This book is about a man named Joseph Neck, who lives in a world where education and knowledge are very important. The people in his world play a game called the Glass Bead Game. This game is very complex and is a mix of music, art, science, and philosophy. It is a game for the mind, and the people who play it are very smart. Joseph Necht becomes very good at the game, but he starts to feel that the game is not enough for him. He wants to find more meaning in life. The story shows the struggle between the intellectual world and the desire for a deeper, more spiritual life. Hermann Hesse's books are often about finding balance in life. He believed that it is important to understand yourself and the world around you. His characters often go on journeys to discover who they are and what their purpose is. Many people enjoy reading his books because they make you think about big questions and help you see life in a different way. Hesse's writing was influenced by many things. He was very interested in Eastern religions like Buddhism and Hinduism. He believed that these religions had wisdom that could help people understand life better. Hesse also lived through difficult times. He experienced 2 world wars, and these wars made him think a lot about human nature and the problems in society. He often felt sad and lonely, and his books reflect his own feelings of confusion and search for meaning. In 1946, Hermann Hesse won the Nobel Prize in Literature. This prize was given to him because his books helped people understand important ideas and find answers to big questions. Many people around the world read his books, and they continue to inspire new readers today. Hesse's writing was not only about big ideas. It was also very beautiful. His words were full of poetry and emotion. He used simple language to explain complex thoughts. Many people love the way he writes because it feels deep and personal. His books are not just stories. They are a way of thinking about life. Although Hesse's life was not always easy, his books show that he found peace and meaning in his writing. He believed that everyone has a unique journey in life, and it is important to trust yourself and follow your heart. His books remind us that life is not always easy, but it is always worth searching for answers and understanding. Hermann Hesse's works are still read by people today because they teach us valuable lessons about life, happiness, and the importance of understanding ourselves. People who read Hesse's books often feel inspired to think about their own lives. They ask themselves questions like, "What do I want from life?" or "How can I be a better person?" Hesse's books help us look inside ourselves and explore who we really are. Even though Hermann Hesse is no longer alive, his books live on. They continue to help people all around the world understand themselves and their place in the world. Through his stories, Hesse reminds us that life is a journey, and we must learn from it every day. By reading his books, we can find answers to the big questions we ask ourselves, and maybe even discover new questions to think about. Hermann Hesse is remembered today as one of the most important writers of the 20th century. His books have been translated into many languages, and they continue to inspire readers of all ages. His works are not just for people who want to think about philosophy and spirituality. They are for anyone who wants to learn more about themselves and the world around them. In conclusion, Hermann Hesse's life and books show us the power of searching for meaning and understanding ourselves. His stories help us think about important questions, and they encourage us to find our own path in life. Hesse believed that each person's journey is unique, and his books inspire us to find peace and happiness by listening to our hearts and following our dreams.